and a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling. He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. Oh, baby.
Welbo. Welcome to All the Wrestling Show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of Representing the WWE and live from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Monday Night Raw. That's right. The air date is July the 17th. 2023, and it is the road to SummerSlam. Now, before we dive into the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. That's right. Now, first and foremost, it's the representing the authority figure, and that's our very own Adam Pearce. Still, then of course, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops. They are the team of Jackie Redmond and Byron Saxton. And sending you into the ring with the announcer, letting everybody know who's about to fight and the results of such fights. And it is, we got ourselves Samantha Irving. That's right. And last, but certainly not least, it's the commentary crew, the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They're the team of the very reliable and the mustachioid Corey Graves, and with him, Corey calls him, he refers to him as a KP, and what we all know KP as the very enthusiastic Kevin Patrick. Now, without any further ado-s, let's get the show on the road with this.
The wrestling show, baby.
We have one massive show on Raw tonight because we start the show with, of course, a very own a native to Atlanta, Georgia. And no, I'm not talking about the greatest native to, Atlanta, Georgia out there, Austin Theory. No, we're not talking Austin Theory. We're talking about, whoa! Was never potty trained when I was younger. My father's never there. I did a poo today. I told my mother, if he was here today, I'd tell my father. You get the song. The greatest song out there. Cody Rhodes comes out there, the star of the WWE. Now, he's got something to say. What's he got to say? Well, he's talking about why.
Let me talk to you about something. So, let me talk to you about something.
So, really, Cody Rhodes, he takes about almost 4 minutes from the music hits to him saying his first words on the ring.
What do you want to talk about?
That's what he says.
What do you want to talk about?
And so Cody Rhodes talked about shadows, and I guess everybody has their own shadow, especially when you're walking in the sunlight. Oh, hey! So Brock Lesnar's his shadow. And he wants Brock Lesnar badly. But you know what? This is his hometown, and guess what happens when you're in your hometown? Well, you bring your family, your best of family. So with there is his Mommy Rhodes in the crowd, front row center, watching her boy, and a small entourage of theirs around there to protect the old bat from getting injured, from trampling fans. Anyways, there's a bunch of other people around. His mommy. So basically, he comes down to this: what's happening in the ring there? Why Cody Rhodes? He's calling out Brock Lesnar. After all, they fought many times. Brock Lesnar broke his arm Then he had like matches where Brock Lesnar just kept on beating him up. And then Cody Rhodes, after getting beaten up all the time, he feels he should go on to still challenge for the World Championship belt, even though he's lost all of his matches against Brock Lesnar. You know, even though Cody Rhodes feels like, if I beat Brock Lesnar, I'm next in line. But beat Brock Lesnar or not, he feels he's next in line no matter what. No matter what. So, of course, Cody Rhodes, he wants Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, the biggest event of the year. You know? So he calls out Brock Lesnar. Eventually, Brock Lesnar's music hits. Cody Rhodes is like, oh, I'm going to put up on my dukes. I'm going to put up on my dukes.
I'm going to put up my dukes.
Brock Lesnar's music stops. Brock's not around. Then Brock's music hits again. Cody Rhodes is like, oh! He gets closer to the ring. He gets out of the ring there. He goes up to the ramp area. Brock's music stops. And once again, it hits again. This is where Cody Rhodes, he goes to the back area. He goes to the back. And then with a mighty onto the head, as you think so. A chair goes flying. You think, oh, what happened? Oh, what happened? Why, Brock Lesnar happened. Then they start, Brock Lesnar starts beating some more with the chair. Beating him up some more with a chair. And they take it to the ring area. And of course, this is what's going to happen. You knew something bad was going to happen because his mommy's there. And this is the writing, the great writing in this area here. You got to use the sympathy vote. The sympathy vote. It's like, oh, how dare you, Brock Lesnar. Beat up Cody Rhodes in front of his mommy. In front of his mommy. Boo, Brock Lesnar, how dare you. So he gives the F5 to Cody Rhodes. And he gives him the coquina clutch. The coquina clutch outside the ring. Breaks a hole, throws Cody Rhodes back in the ring there. Now, like last month, like months ago, it seems like a long time their feuds lasting. So it was Brock Lesnar throwing the coquina clutch on Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes got his arm shattered. At least that's what they say. And he wore this fake ass cast for a while. Anyways, so now is it back to normal? Is it going to be Cody Rhodes wearing... Now, Cody Rhodes did throw away that cast, you know. Back when he fought, I believe, Dominic Mysterio. So yeah, will Cody Rhodes be breaking out another fancy-looking cast? A fancy-looking cast. Pretty soon, Cody Rhodes is going to have a signature cast out there that can be only bought on shop.com. Shop.com. That's right. Get your own Cody Rhodes cast today. You can look like Cody Rhodes. So anyways, yep. So Brock Lesnar accepts the challenge for SummerSlam. And there you have it. What kind of match will it be? Who knows? Who knows? But will it even end the feud? Will this even end the feud? Like SummerSlam, will it be over? Whomever wins, will like the best man move on? If Brock Lesnar wins, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like I say, Brock Lesnar wins, Cody Rhodes will eventually just challenge whoever the champion is anyways. Because he's privileged there, you know. If Cody wins, he's got, well, obviously, he's got the right to and every right. But I'm just saying, even if Cody loses, he's going to do what he does usually, does. You know, I'm not going to stop him. This is just, regardless. I'm just complaining. Just complain a little bit more about Cody Rhodes. You know how much I love Cody Rhodes. So, yeah. With that, we go to our very first match of the night, which is Matt Riddle versus Imperium's Gunther, your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. That's right, Gunther. Now, here's the thing. Last week, Drew McIntyre. Oh, Matt Riddle, I can't be there next week. I've got next week off. My dog's got cankers, and he's got to go to the vet. So he's not there. And he's wondering what's going to happen here. But that's all right, because Matt Riddle has his bases covered, because he's made sure that his match with Gunther will be without Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. He ends up watching in the back at with the wonderful Jumbotron. Beautiful TV set they're watching back there, making sure that they're not involved in the beautiful match. You know, this match here, oh my gosh. This match was a barn burner. This match was the match of the night, hands down. Hands down! And hands up on the chest, too, because Matt Riddle got chopped so many times. This was a chop fest! A chop fest! Match of the night, chop fest. This was hardcore. Now, I gotta say, Matt Riddle has the same basic wrestling style, I'd say, as Randy Orton. Randy. Where a good Randy match is where Randy takes a lot of punishment during a lot of the match. He takes on a huge amount of damage, and then he comes back, turns things around somehow. You know, and this was like that. This was about 8.5 minutes. Gunther was pretty much manhandling Riddle just to slap him on the chest any way possible. They fight outside the ring there. Matt Riddle goes and jumps on the steps to a jump move, and he gets slapped right in the chest for it. Slap right in the chest. It's true. So yeah, they fight on. Eventually, Gunther gets this one crazy clothesline onto Matt Riddle. Oh my gosh. Clotheslines him. If Matt Riddle were wearing boots, he'd clothesline the boots right off of Matt Riddle. No joke. He gets Matt Riddle so hard. Matt Riddle takes a bump high in his shoulders and low on his spine, low on his head, like neck. A low neck, high spine. Very crazy bump. Very impressive looking. It was a mad move. Mad, I tell ya. Now, Riddle did eventually turn things around with a series of kicks and knees and whatnot. And then he tries to put Gunther down with a massive knee strike to the face. To the back of the head, actually. A flying knee strike to the back of the head. Gunther goes down. Riddle goes up to the top rope to finish off the match with his floating bro. The floating bro. But when Riddle goes down with the senton, the spinning, the twisting senton, he gets caught with the knees. Knees to the back, baby. And that was pretty much it. Riddle couldn't recover from that. Gunther takes Riddle with one more move. The powerbomb, baby. Whammo! To the mat. It's over for Matt Riddle. And then after the match, it is Gunther doing what we're all saying, what everybody knows is thinking. It's like, yeah, it's a privilege. It truly is a privilege watching Gunther wrestle. He's one of the greatest wrestlers out there. He's one of the stiffest wrestlers out there. His matches are exciting. Period. And we don't want to see people saying that, though. Thank me. You should be thankful. It was good. Gunther's great. He is the ring general, Gunther. And basically he's talking about, he calls out Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. And basically when they fight, there will be no competition. You will fall victim. You will fall victim to Gunther. And who knows? I think so. Gunther is one of the great champions right now. I would like to see him fight more. But regardless, he's doing a lot of work. It's true. Okay, so next up, we go backstage with a little bit of the Jackie Redmond with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez before the big match. They got a big match coming up. And they're talking about challengers. Challengers coming their way. And basically they say, you know what? We're not backing down from anybody. But guess who steps up to them? But Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley. They got a dire problem. A dire problem, baby. They got a diarrhea problem. And Rhea gets right in their face of Raquel. And she's like, she questions the statement that they back down from anybody. Will you back down from me? And then Liv Morgan saying, you know what, we're not afraid of you. Liv Morgan. And then she gets headbutted for her troubles. And then Raquel and, Rhea Ripley start fighting, beating each other up. And then this is where, things take a turn for Liv and Raquel. Because Rhea, with a massive kick to the face, with the knee, they say the patella. She got kicked to the patella. I'd say it looks a little more the thigh. She got kicked in the thigh, but the patella got hurt. So this is the thing now with the big championship match coming up tonight. What's going to happen with Raquel Rodriguez? Apparently she's not cleared, so she's kind of cleared to fight. There's really nothing wrong with her. So anyways, getting serious talk here. So anyways, she talked to Adam Pearce and some officials back there. Pearce was like, well, you know what? She's good enough to go. And Raquel's like, I want to fight. I'm not going to sit out. I'm not going to give up these belts. I'm not going to go out with a fight. And Adam Pearce like, well, if she's okay to go, if you're going to clear her, I guess, let the match commence. So it's not looking good for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel, she's prone to injuries. Prone to them, I tell ya. Oh, anyways, with that, we go into the ring there with the Judgment Day. I see clearly it's Rhea Ripley. It's Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Damien Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank, and Finn Balor. And it is, of course, the leader, the de facto leader of Judgment Day. It's Mommy Rhea Ripley taking the microphone, and she's proclaiming dominance over Raw. And dominance, she is the most dominant and unstoppable, unbeatable champion in the women's division. And she talks about how Finn Balor and Damien Priest will become champions one day. And, of course, the next day from Raw taping will be NXT, and in NXT will be Dominic Mysterio versus Wesley for the North American Championship Gold. And this is where Rhea Ripley is saying that he will become your new North American champion, baby. But I don't know, Wesley, he's one of the greats. He truly is one of the great champions of all time. All time. Making records. This guy, Wesley, yeah, truly a great champion. Okay. So, yeah, we have Damien Priest. He starts chirping on about becoming next champion, a champion of his own. But he's not going to be going against Seth Rollins, however, because he respects Finn Balor too much. So Finn Balor's going to get his crack first before Damien Priest steps in, if he does. So, and Finn Balor's like, oh, we're not a very big family. We're all happy that... I don't know what's with that accent. But yeah, they're not jealous or against each other. You're all back on the same page. And Finn Balor, he wants a piece of Seth Rollins, like so bad he can taste it. So while they're talking, we got a little bit of the tag team champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And while Dominic Mysterio, I guess he's trying to talk, and the fans like booing the hell out of him. Great heat on Dominic. We got Sami Zayn hitting with the mic. He's getting a poll. He's getting a fan poll. You know? And he says, so how many people here paid to hear Dominic Mysterio talk? Everybody's like, boo, Dominic stinky poo. And he's like, how many people here paid to see me and Kevin Owens beat the holy hell, beat Dominic's ass, beat his ass? It was like, yay, we do. So yeah, so this match is basically coming to happen. It's going to be a match later on. It's going to be a tag team match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day. Built up. But Damien Priest said, hey, how about we up the ante a bit here, hey? How about we make a tag team championship match? Yes, my Damien Priest impersonation. You might think Damien Priest was in the building, in the studio. So yeah, so Sami Zayn gives up the microphone to Kevin Owens, and Kevin's like, hey, have at it. Have at it. Kevin Owens gets really upset and accepts the challenge, basically. Accepts the challenge, making the tag match into a heavyweight, into a tag team championship match. It's like, wow. Wow. I'd say ever since Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn collected those tag team championship belts, it's been defended quite frequently. Good for the duo. Good for the duo. And good for the brand. Now we go next to a tag team match, and not Kevin Owens' tag team match. The second match, and it's lost in the second match. It is the women's division tag team championship match. It's Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, defending champions. You know, and their versus, their team they got to defend against are the team of, I call them the entitled ones, and that's the great Chelsea Green. I think she's one of the greats out there, Chelsea Green, and her partner Sonja DeVille in this big match. Now, Sonja, now one thing about this match, here we go. Sonja DeVille and Chelsea Green, they look great. Their ring gear, next level, beautiful, black and red. They look like champs already. Now, Liv Morgan, I think her looks more like who Liv Morgan is. She's looking really good. She's looking very beautiful, very absolute stunning. I mean, her gear looking great. Raquel, as usual. But this match, what about this match? This match was about 5 minutes. 5 minutes in length. You know, this was battle back and forth. Liv Morgan started the match. She gets tagged out there. You know, Raquel, she's in the ring now. Now she's got the hurt leg. Her patella was kicked, you know, by Rhea Ripley. And you know when Rhea kicks you in a patellum, it's game over. So yeah, it's Sonja DeVille trying to take advantage with the half crab, trying to yank on the old leg, trying to pull it off there. Liv Morgan breaks it off, comes in there, breaks it up there. Now it gets really fun. Gets really fun, this match. Now it's Liv Morgan ends up getting tagged in the ring there, and it's like Chelsea Green gets tagged in too. Liv Morgan does a huge number on Chelsea Green with a massive, what would be a recoil, the code breaker, a face buster, a lung blower, just crushes Chelsea Green. Chelsea stumbles back. This was a close victory for Liv Morgan. She goes and gets a massive, the Oblivion onto Chelsea Green. However, Sonja DeVille breaks up the pin with a massive knee to the face. Massive knee to the face. Now, while this is all happening, Raquel Rodriguez, she eventually climbs herself back onto the ring apron. Oh, I can do it. I can tag in. But Sonja DeVille comes up and takes her off the ring apron. That's right. And then takes out the knee, just like the Karate Kid. Hoya! So while inside the ring there, it gets near ending here. The end sequences where I guess Liv Morgan tries to take advantage of Chelsea Green. She goes for an O'Connor roll, rolls backwards. She gets a 2 count. The referee, this is where it gets strange, referee gets up and turns her back on everything and makes sure that the timekeeping area knows exactly, it's just a 2 count, not a 3 count. Don't worry, just a 2 count. And then it's Liv Morgan. She was launched off. And she goes face first into Sonja DeVille. A punch to the face. And then after that, they go back in the ring there where Chelsea Green, now she does a unprettier. Now there's a couple unprettiers done now. Grayson Waller's unprettier, the greatest in the business. And this one here, the worst I've ever seen. What the hell? It's called the unprettier, and it's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. She tries to hit it, doesn't work. Liv Morgan kicks out of it. After all, it was a nonsense move. So Chelsea Green tags in, Sonja DeVille. Sonja DeVille, who almost loses with a massive schoolgirl. But Sonja DeVille kicks out of it. Chelsea Green puts on the old, the unpretty her again. This time, getting it one more time. Just as ugly. And then after that, it's Sonja DeVille with the flying knee to the face. And that's it for the match. 1, 2, 3. We got yourself new champions. I call them the entitled ones. And why not? Chelsea Green, man. She was just in the WWE for a few months. And that's how great she is. Already a champion. Already a champion. Winners find a way to win. Now, I truly believe without Chelsea Green and Sonja DeVille's life, Sonja will never be champion. Never! But yeah, Chelsea, she's that damn good. Moving on, backstage. I guess we got little words. Byron Saxton once gets worse with the very new champions, and Chelsea Green's so excited. She's got a lot of people to thank. And so she should. She deserves it. She's that damn good. Her comedic timing, like I say, there's nothing but good things to say about Chelsea Green. And I know she's she's fearless in the ring. I know she's willing to do whatever it takes. Although the matches, I think there's only upwards for Chelsea Green. Sonja DeVille, hold on tight, lady. Hold on tight, because it's gonna be a ride. Gonna be a ride. So now with that, we have a little thing. It's a little back and forth between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. They got a big SummerSlam match coming up. And yeah, they had some words, and now they have a face-to-face, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Seth Rollins, clearly he's got the mic skills. Much better mic skills than Finn Balor. And yeah, Finn Balor was completely outclassed in this exchange. And however, Finn Balor resorts to fists. So to build up the match, he starts punching down Seth Rollins. So yeah, it's going to be fun. What's going to happen at SummerSlam? Now, this new belt they made up for Seth Rollins, will it be going to Finn Balor? Maybe. I mean, it's been a long time since Finn Balor held any gold. Any gold! But hey, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what is going to happen? So now next up, we got our next match, and this is quite funny. What a match. This next match is a Viking rules match. A Viking rules match, which is pretty much, what is a Viking rules match? Why? I'll tell you. It's a no holds barred meets a falls count anywhere match, and you got yourself a Viking Raiders match. Plus, you got the whole thing with they turn the ring into a miniature, a Viking ship, the front part, the bow of a Viking ship. That's all right. This match literally is a a pirate stunt show. You know, it's one of those stunt shows you see. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, this was a wrestling stunt show, literally. And it starts off, before the match happens, it's Chad Gable getting launched, back body drop over the ropes, hitting, Ivar and Eric, just smashing them both. And they start fighting, and we find out that, oh my goodness, guess who's joined the commentating team? Boy, it's Titus O'Neil. I'll slide underneath the ropes, underneath the ring. Mr. Titus O'Neil. Now, Titus was very enthusiastic, because he knew that I got to show up here. I got to shine in this match, because he's got nothing to do with the match itself, becoming a competitor. Titus O'Neil's competitor days are years over, years and years long over. So I think this is they're trying out Titus O'Neil as a possible commentator, Titus O'Neil commentator. I think who should become a commentator is Caleb Braxton or Sarah Schreiber, something like that. Maybe even Kathy Kelly. But anyways, this match goes on, and not going to be about crying and griping about who should be the next commentator, and definitely not Titus O'Neil. But Titus O'Neil, he was all yelling, and he brought his best Booker T impersonation that he could. He never said shucky ducky quack quack once though, but maybe he should have. So yeah, of course, before this match is going to start, Valhalla gets drop kicked. I guess you may call it drop kick. Some people call it drop kick, but it's a flimsy ass drop kick from Maxime Dupri. Then we have a moment where they're on top of the Viking ship, and then Eric picks up Ivar and throws him off onto Otis outside the ring. Now the fight eventually starts. They start eventually. Get everything started in the ring there. It was, like I say, it's a lot of fun. Now, I always think Ivar, if Ivar was a single talent by himself, I think he'd be a champion in any division, any league. I think Ivar's got some huge talent, and he shows cases here. He's got this one crazy aerial assault. It's a moonsault. A moonsault off the top rope. Are you kidding me? I would imagine if I were in the ring there, I would die. He would crush all my ribs, and I would take my last shit in the ring, and I'd die in the ring there, because he'd squeeze everything out of me. But he hits Otis with it, and Otis is okay. So the match goes on. Chad Gable breaks up the pin, not by kicking him in the back, kicking him over. He moonsaults them both. His own moonsault, Chad Gable, and then finishes off with a massive belly to back, a German suplex. Chad Gable German suplexes Ivar. Pretty damn impressive. And then after that, he takes down Eric, and then goes on top rope with a massive flying headbutt, head to head, baby. And Chad Gable wins. And then he goes for a massive pin, and that's where Valhalla decides to jump into the ring there. Valhalla goes and kicks, Chad Gable in the head, breaking the count. And thank goodness it's a, Viking rules match. Otherwise, it would be a disqualification right there. So it's Maxine Dupri sees it. She climbs on the top rope. She gives Valhalla a high cross body press, dropping her down. Then, of course, now with this match here, how it started last week was like a ceremony for, Maxine Dupri. She's getting this varsity jacket. And then it's Viking Raiders stealing the varsity jacket. Right now, it's Chad Gable getting the varsity jacket back and proudly putting it on Maxine Dupri. As soon as she puts it on, Maxine is put through a table by Valhalla. 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 Holla, holla for Valhalla. So, and then, of course, Chad Gable. Both Viking Raiders grab Chad Gable and throw him headfirst into the ring post, taking him out of the action. But, however, the legal person is still in the ring, and it is Otis. And Otis single-handedly destroys the Viking Raiders. Eric and Ivar. Even has time to do a caterpillar, the caterpillar, and a massive elbow drop to Ivar. And then this is where it gets strange. After that, he climbs to the top rope to do maybe a Vader splash on Ivar. But then it's Valhalla. She jumps on the ropes there, and with a mighty slap, a punch, she like punches Otis's very thick ass neck. Now Otis's neck is so thick; it's about as thick as Valhalla's waist. You know, and a slap from Valhalla would do absolutely nothing to the big man, nothing at all. But Otis, he feigned unconsciousness for a second, like oh, and then it's the Ragnarok powerbomb. Ragnarok Express, they say. The double powerbomb on Otis, that's it. 1, 2, 3, it's over. You know, Eric and Ivar go for the pin because, you know, you can't assume he's not going to kick out. So, yeah, that's, I guess, the rubber match is won by the Viking Raiders over this nonsensical, battle feud between the two. Now, the question is, did Valhalla and Viking Raiders re-steal the varsity jacket? Does it even matter? I can see probably another triple threat match happening, you know, with all the Viking Raiders versus all of the Alpha Academy, or perhaps a next match will Maxime Dupree be fighting Valhalla in a singles match? If they do, I'm pretty sure it's going to be tough to watch. Probably some sort of stipulation so they can get around with their little wrestling ability. And speaking of wrestling abilities, we got our next match, women's division. It's very depressing. It is Shayna Baizler versus Nikki Cross. Now, Shayna Baizler, she's starting a program with Ronda Rousey as enemies now, building up for SummerSlam. And Nikki Cross, who's been doing literally nothing for the past year or so. Like, literally nothing. She's just being tossed around. Maybe, is she going to be part of the way? Maybe not. Right now, she's doing nothing. And now she's just cannon fodder. And this match was cannon fodder because it was about, 20 seconds in length. 20 seconds, though. The best part of the match was Nikki Cross's entrance. She runs to the ring there like a mad woman. And she takes off her jacket. She starts whipping that thing around like a mad woman. And then as the bell rings, she attacks Shayna Baizler like a mad woman. And then, like I say, this match was just 20 seconds. Shayna Baizler turns things around, literally gets Nikki Cross's back in Coquina clutch. You know, and it's over. You know, it's ridiculous. Or the Carafuna clutch, I should say. The Carafuna clutch. It's over for, and it's like, yeah, wow. And then we got, after the match, after the very short match is over, we got ourselves some Shayna Baizler. Actually, it's Ronda Rousey at the balcony area. And she's laying down what happened, what's going on. Now, of course, there's a front door and a back door into the business. You know, the front door is literally, you got to cut your teeth, you got to work your ass off, you got to set the ring up, you got to go through the trial, you know, the trials, NXT, everything. Back door is basically if you got, if you got star power. If you got star power, you got yourself the rub and you're in. You can bypass all of the middleman, so to speak. This was happening to Shayna Baizler, or Ronda Rousey. Ronda, of course, she made her, mark at the UFC, the most dangerous woman in all of wrestling, all of fighting, not wrestling, all of the MMA. So that, she got her flowers there. And therefore, she earned her right to become main event right off the bat. Even though she said she wants to be treated like any other wrestler, she wasn't. She's treated like a star. So anyways, yeah, it's coming down to who's going to be, Ronda Rousey is calling Shayna Baizler a Ronda Rousey wannabe. And Shayna Baizler, she basically didn't deny it. I'm a better Ronda Rousey than you are. I'm sorry, what? That's weird. Yep. Okay, so we move on. Ronda Rousey, Shayna tried to attack her, tried to go to the audience, but it didn't work there. Anyway, so moving on, we go backstage again with our very own, Jackie Redmond with Wait for the Ricochet. And he's talking about Logan Paul. They have a huge thing with Logan Paul coming up on SummerSlam. Of course, SummerSlam, the big event, and it's going to be big. Logan Paul, he's looking for an opponent, not a viral moment. And Ricochet's like, yeah, you know what? You're going to get a match. And next week, I challenge you to be in that ring next week. I challenge you to show up for another face-to-face. That's right. So, you know what? This is the best thing. Logan Paul is literally the best thing to happen to Ricochet. ever since coming to the WWE. Because I never seen Ricochet being showcased so much. So it's good to see Ricochet shine. Speaking of shining, we go to the Miz TV. Miz TV with the Miz. He's in there, and Miz, he's talked about how good he is and whatnot. And then he talks about his big victory over Tommaso Ciampa, the other week. And he had, of course he did it by himself. No help at all by Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed coming in and smashing the holy hell at Tommaso Ciampa. Doing everything but dragging the Miz over top of the pin. But Miz taking full credit for that victory over Tommaso Ciampa. And of course, he introduces his first guest. And it is the mom, the man, actually. It's Becky Lynch. And Becky comes down there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And my goodness, she has a fashion sense of ready to go to bed. She's coming in with the flannels, not just the Mick Foley flannels, but the, pajama style. So she got these pajama bottoms on, these big pajama bottoms on. But her top, patent Becky Lynch wear. Patent Becky Lynch wear right here. It is the part bra, part long sleeve shirt. That's right. It's a long sleeve bra. I'm thinking, wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And it's not the first time she sported the long sleeve bra. Mm-hmm. It's her new look, the long sleeve bra. Long sleeve bra. Anyways, it comes down to this. Becky Lynch feels like it's going to be some sort of gotcha, a setup. So Becky Lynch gets all upset, gets all beside the Miz's face. The Miz backs through the ropes like some sort of referee's going to break them apart. But of course, Becky Lynch calls him out, and the Miz like, yeah, you spoiled the fun. I got other guests, and he calls him out. And it's, of course, the great Trish Stratus and her protege, Zoe Stark. And they come out to the ring, of course, and it's all about this. What is your obsession with me? Said Trish Stratus to, Becky Lynch. Because Becky's got a huge, problem with Trish Stratus. Still can't see why Trish Stratus is so important to the WWE Women's Division. And she's got to make it, count again, because it's lagging right now. Bring it back up to where it counts. And here's the thing. Becky Lynch, she moaned and complained, and she says some stuff there. She says some stuff, as usual, and to incite, Trish Stratus. Now, when Becky Lynch was called down there, she's on a massive tear of losing. She lost a couple of matches, from WrestleMania. So she's been doing nothing but losing. She lost to Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. But she wants a new one. It's like, what should you get a new chance at this? So anyways, it comes down to this. Becky Lynch antagonized Trish Stratus to say, yes, you know what, I will fight you. But here's the thing. Here's some stipulations. You lose the match, you get down on your knees and thank the great Trish Stratus. And not just that. You get a tattoo across your chest. It says, thank you, Trish. And Becky Lynch says, I will. And that attitude just got Trish Stratus all pissed off. Like, you're not saying like you will. But if it is truly is a tattoo, if they're going to get a tattoo and tattooed, either she's already got the tattoo on her chest that says, thank you, Trish. And she's covering up with that long sleeve bra. That she's going to lose. Or if she hasn't had it already done, I don't think she's going to get a tattoo. So yeah, this match is up in the air. I would like to see Trish Stratus win and get Becky Lynch with a tattoo across her tits. Cross those titties. But Trish Stratus didn't like the answer, how she was talked to, and they try and beat up Becky Lynch. But Becky beats them both up. She takes off Trish Stratus' face mask there, and then punches her in the face there, like, how dare you? Don't you know she's got a kayfabe broken nose? And then Zoe Stark tries to help out, but she gets knocked back and then headbutted with the very face mask that Trish Stratus was wearing earlier. That's right, Becky Lynch taking the ring. Looking forward to SummerSlam. Will it be the final match? I don't know. Could be. It's like Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. It's like Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. It just will never end. So our next up is the next match. It is. I thought this feud was over. I thought this was done with, and it is, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed. Now, this match was about 7.5 minutes. This was the makings of a great match. Of a great match. It was the Bronson Reed's got the size and uses it. He's got the Death Valley driver, just nails, Shinsuke Nakamura with the Death Valley driver. Nick, of course, Shinsuke is no pushover, and he had his time to shine too. He goes on the second rope. He gets, Bronson Reed with what it looks like a Kinshasa. Apparently, the Kinshasa can only be done standing on the ground. No ropes assist. No jumping on the ropes there. No extra height. If it's extra height, it's not a Kinshasa, apparently. So this is just a regular knee strike to the head. Bronson Reed kicks out of that move. Bronson Reed then flattens the hell out of Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, here's the ending of the match. Now, this match could have been great, but interfering with this match is, of course, Tommaso Ciampa. He's still upset for getting interfered on in his match against The Miz. So he wants to get revenge, so he attacks Bronson Reed during his match with, Shinsuke Nakamura. The referee calls a disqualification in the match. Winner of the match is Bronson Reed due to a disqualification. Now, Shinsuke, very upset over the whole thing. Very upset. Tommaso Ciampa's like, hey, what are you going to do about it, eh? What are you going to do? I want to get revenge. This is the best time to do it when he's fighting you. When during your match, I thought, hey, I'm going to get revenge now. I'm not going to wait till later. Now is the perfect time. Why not ruin it for Shinsuke Nakamura? That's exactly what he said. Shinsuke's like, oh, getting all steamed up in the face. And then a kicko! It kicks Tommaso Ciampa. So that's going to be something else, too. Tommaso Ciampa versus a Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm thinking that's going to be a good match. An excellent match, in fact. So now we go backstage, and it's with Byron Saxton with the dumbest questions. The dumbest questions. And he said, so, Shinsuke Nakamura, what's your reaction to the match against you and Bronson Reed? And Shinsuke's like saying that, you know what, I'm sick and tired of people interfering with my matches. Can you explain to what you did to Tommaso Ciampa? And then that's when Miz snapped. It's like, are you a stupido? Are you stupido? No, I'm just Byron Saxton. This is what I do for a living. He didn't say that. But he gets mad. He just reiterated, he's just sick and tired of people interfering, getting involved with Shinsuke's biz. Getting involved in his biz. Get out of my business. Okay, so now next up. We got ourselves the match of the night. Not really match of the night. This is the main event. The main event match, and is a tag team championship match. And your reigning and defending champions are unified champions of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day. Now, who's representing the Judgment Day? Why, it's Damien Priest and Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, so I figured there's no doubt in my mind Judgment Day will, in fact, lose this match. Lose. Now, with the Judgment Day, obviously, is Rhea Ripley by their side. And will Rhea get involved with the match? Why, definitely yes. This was a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of great match. But here's the thing. Now, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they are representing the Tag Team Championship Gold. And with the tagging in and out, they were clean. 100%. They were using the ropes when tagging in and out. However, Judgment Day and tag ropes, they're like Superman and Kryptonite. They refused to use the ropes. 100% of the times they did not use the ropes, and 100% of the times the referee did not care. Did not care. So, if you don't use the rules, it's just a couple of guys playing slap ass in the ring. Just playing slap ass, basically. Having a fun old time when there's no rules. What's the point? So yeah, they fight a bit. Before they even fight, actually. It's Finn Balor is attacked by Seth friggin' Rollins. He comes in there and attacks Finn Balor before the match, and they fight out the back. So Finn Balor is now a moot point in this match. He's taken out. So he's no longer part of the match. Now, like I say, tags and Judgment Day, they just don't go hand in hand. They just don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Dominic Mysterio, he came close. He held the tag rope until he had to make the tag, and he dropped a rope to make a tag, which makes no sense at all. The referee didn't say anything anyways, like I say. Tag ropes in Judgment Day, they don't care. And refs don't care either. Now we got a point where Kevin Owens, he stumps out of the ring there. And he does his best Braun Strowman, toot, the Braun Express. He smashes Dominic Mysterio outside the ring. And he clotheslines the hell out of Damien Priest outside the ring. That's right. And then he looks at, Rhea Ripley and gives Damien Priest one hell of a senton outside the ring there. It's true, pretty devastating. And then goes to the other side of the ring. And thank goodness, because he's the outside the ring padding is like 4 to 5 inches of nice thick foam. So it's pretty safe these days, and Kevin Owens takes full advantage with a massive frog splash off the apron there, squashing Dominic Mysterio. Now, fight goes on. It's Kevin Owens, Damien Priest. Damien Priest turns things around, tags in Dominic Mysterio. Dominic gets his chance of winning with the 5-star frog splash, hits Kevin Owens with it, doesn't get the pin though. Sami Zayn breaks it up. Now we even got a big move by Damien Priest. Sami Zayn was standing on the second rope. That's right. You can't go that big. So Damien Priest gets up there with a Hurricanrana. Hurricanrana's the hell out of Sami Zayn right off the second rope. So it's good. Now they fight outside for a bit there. They're all outside there in the ring there. And then Sami Zayn gets back in the ring. Referee gets distracted. He turns it back. Rhea Ripley then takes her mark, and she throws Kevin Owens head first into the ring post. Oh, bang! That's true. It's pretty bad. Now, it is, of course, Dominic Mysterio. Tries to get a cheeky roll-up on Sami Zayn. Does not get it. Now, after that, it's Rhea Ripley. She sees something might be going on wrong, so she jumps on the ring apron, gets the ref's attention. But then this is where it goes all downhill for Rhea Ripley. Because after all, who's not afraid of Rhea Ripley? And who's not injured? Why, it's a tag team partner, former tag team champion. It's Liv Morgan. She pulls down Rhea Ripley. And she beats the holy hell out of Rhea Ripley. She then takes her down, and she clotheslines her right into the commentating area. Timekeeper's area, I should say. Right into the timekeeper's area. Taking out Rhea Ripley from the rest of the match. Now, inside the ring, of course, Dominic Mysterio. He gets manhandled by Sami Zayn, gets exploded, DDT'd into the corner. And then Sami Zayn goes for the hula kick. Damien Priest comes in the ring there, tries to give Sami Zayn the South of Heaven chokeslam. Kevin Owens comes in there, takes him off. Sami Zayn kicks him in the belly, gives him the old stunner. Sami Zayn finishes off what he started. One hell of a kick, the haluva kick on Dominic Mysterio. Whammo, bammo, thank you, mammo. And it's over in about 14 and a half minutes. And I figured that, Judgement Day would lose, and they did. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retained their titles in a wonderful match. Wonderful, fun match. Like a barn burner, So, yeah. Now, that wraps up for another episode of Monday Night Raw. And if you are a YouTube listener, that's it for the show. But if you are a podcast listener, stay tuned, for we will have some NXT right after this short break. I'm Lip Hazlewood saying, I'll see you in a bit.